Caption close Milwaukee, AP, charter schools are among the nation's most segregated. An Associated Press analysis finds an outcome at odds, critics say, with their goal of offering a better alternative to failing traditional public schools. National enrollment data shows that charters are vastly overrepresented among schools where minorities study in the most extreme racial isolation. As of school year 2014 to 2015, more than 1,000 of the nation's 6,747 charter schools had minority enrollment of at least 99%, and the number has been rising steadily. The problem: those levels of segregation correspond with low achievement levels at schools of all kinds. In the AP analysis of student achievement in the 42 states that have enacted charter school laws, along with the District of Columbia, the performance of students in charter schools varies widely. But schools that enroll 99% minorities, both charters and traditional public schools, on average have fewer students reaching state standards for proficiency in reading and math. Desegregation works, nothing else does, said Daniel Schulman, a Minnesota civil rights attorney. There is no amount of money you can put into a segregated school that is going to make it equal. Schulman singled out charter schools for blame in a lawsuit that accuses the state of Minnesota of allowing racially segregated schools to proliferate, along with achievement gaps for minority students. Minority-owned charters have been allowed wrongly to recruit only minorities, he said, as others wrongly have focused on attracting whites. Even some charter school officials acknowledge this is a concern. Nearly all the students at Milwaukee's Bruce Guadalupe Community School are Hispanic, and most speak little or no English when they begin elementary school. The school set out to serve Latinos, but it also decided against adding a high school in hopes that its students will go on to schools with more diversity. The beauty of our school is we're 97% Latino, said Pascual Rodriguez, the school's principal. The drawback is we're 97% Latino. Well, what happens when they go off into the real world where you may be part of an institution that's not 97% Latino? The charter school movement, born a quarter of a century ago, has thrived in large urban areas, where advocates say they often aim to serve students by and large, minorities who have been let down by their district schools. And on average, children in hypersegregated charters do at least marginally better on tests than those in comparably segregated traditional schools. For inner-city families with limited schooling options, the cultural homogeneity of some charters can boost their appeal as alternatives to traditional public schools that are sometimes seen as hostile environments. They and other charter supporters insist that these are good schools, and dismiss concerns about racial balance. Aracely Perez, a child of Mexican immigrants, sent her 3 children to Bruce Guadalupe because she attended Milwaukee public schools and she wanted something different for her children. The schools in her family's neighborhood are more diverse racially, but she said race was not a factor in her decision to enroll her children at the charter school 5 miles away.